Have you ever wondered why some people completely transform their lives while others stay in the exact same place year after year? It's not because they were born with more talent. It's not because they got lucky. It's not because the world was somehow kinder to them. The difference is much simpler than that. Most people put in ordinary effort and then expect extraordinary results. They work only when they feel motivated. They quit when things become uncomfortable. They make excuses when life gets difficult. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Here's the truth that many people don't want to hear. Ordinary effort creates ordinary results. You cannot live like everyone else and expect a life that almost nobody has. That is not how success works. The life you dream about has a price attached to it. The stronger body, the successful business, the financial freedom, the confidence, the discipline. Every single one of them demands more than average. If you're only willing to give average effort, then you are signing up for an average life. It really is that simple. Look around you. Most people wake up already looking for comfort. They hit the snooze button. They delay their goals until tomorrow. They waste hours scrolling through their phones. They complain about being tired without doing anything that deserves that exhaustion. Then they compare themselves to people who spent those same hours building a better future. And somehow they think life is unfair. Life isn't unfair. Life responds to what you repeatedly do. Not what you wish for, not what you talk about, not what you promise yourself every new year. It responds to your actions. Every day, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. Every workout matters. Every hour of focused work matters. Every book you read matters. Every excuse matters too, because excuses don't disappear. They become habits, and habits become your future. You say you want success, but do your actions actually agree with your words? Because your results don't care about your intentions. They only reflect your effort. This is where most people lose, not because they aren't capable, but because they stop the moment things become uncomfortable, the moment they feel tired, the moment they fail. The moment nobody claps for them, they give up. But understand this. Success was never supposed to be comfortable. If it were easy, then everyone would have it. The struggle is not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's proof that you're finally doing something that can change your life. Stop asking why it's so hard. Ask yourself why you expected greatness to come from ordinary effort. Because it never has, and it never will. Let me ask you something. Who are you becoming every single day? Not who you want to become. Not who you tell people you're going to become. Who are you becoming based on what you do when nobody is watching? Because that's the version of you that matters. Anyone can talk about dreams. Anyone can post motivational quotes. Anyone can say that this year will be different. But very few people are willing to earn the life they keep talking about. That's why ordinary people stay ordinary. They want extraordinary rewards without paying the extraordinary price. They want confidence without facing fear. They want success without sacrifice. They want respect without discipline. They want freedom without responsibility. It doesn't work like that. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. Potential means absolutely nothing if you refuse to use it. There are people with less talent than you making more money than you. There are people with fewer opportunities than you building better lives than you. There are people who started later than you and are already ahead of you. Why? Because they stopped waiting. While others were making excuses, they were making progress. Every morning you wake up with a choice. You can choose comfort, or you can choose growth. You cannot have both. Growth will ask you to wake up when you don't feel like it. Growth will ask you to keep going after failing. Growth will ask you to keep working even when nobody notices. That's the price. And most people refuse to pay it. They wait for motivation. But motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll feel like quitting before you even begin. If your life depends on motivation, then your success will always be temporary. Discipline is what separates people who dream from people who achieve. Discipline says, I don't care how I feel today. The work still gets done. Think about that. The people you admire didn't build their lives by waiting for perfect conditions. They built them by showing up on imperfect days. When they were tired, when they were doubting themselves, when nobody believed in them, they kept moving Because they understood something that most people never will. Small efforts repeated every single day become massive results over time. But those small efforts must be extraordinary in consistency. Not average, not occasional. Every single day. Stop negotiating with yourself. Stop saying you'll start on Monday. Stop saying you'll begin next month. The perfect time has already passed. The second best time is today. Every hour you waste is an hour your future self will never get back. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. You either build it yourself, or you spend the rest of your life watching someone else build theirs. That choice belongs to you. Every single day, there comes a moment in every person's life when excuses stop working. Not because people stop believing them, but because you stop believing them yourself. Deep down, you already know what needs to be done. You know the habits that are holding you back. You know the distractions stealing your future. You know the promises you've made to yourself and broken over and over again. The truth is not hidden from you. You're just avoiding it. And avoidance has a cost. Every day you delay your goals, someone else gets stronger. Someone else gets smarter. Someone else becomes more disciplined. While you're waiting for the right mood, someone else is creating the life you wish you had. Read that again in your mind. While you're waiting, someone else is winning. The world doesn't pause because you're uncertain. Time doesn't slow down because you're unmotivated. The clock keeps moving. The days keep passing. The months disappear. And one day you'll wake up wondering where all the time went. Don't let that day become your reality. Most people think success is one giant moment. It isn't. Success is built in the moments nobody celebrates. It's choosing the workout instead of the couch. It's choosing the book instead of another hour scrolling. It's choosing to finish the work instead of making another excuse. Those decisions seem small, but they're shaping your future more than you realize. Your life is the result of thousands of tiny choices, not one big decision. If your daily choices are average, your future will be average. If your daily standards are average, your results will be average. You cannot keep planting ordinary seeds and expect an extraordinary harvest. Life simply doesn't work that way. Raise your standards. Stop asking what the minimum is. Ask yourself what you're truly capable of. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is usually filled with work you keep avoiding. That difficult conversation, that extra hour of practice, that early morning alarm, that late night study session, that uncomfortable risk, those are the things that separate people who dream from people who achieve. You say you want a different life, then become a different person, because your current habits created your current reality. If you want a new reality, you need new habits, new discipline, new standards. No one is forcing you to stay where you are. The prison is not your circumstances. The prison is believing that average effort is enough. Break that belief today. Decide that your actions will finally match your ambitions. Because the world doesn't remember people who almost tried. It remembers the people who refused to quit when quitting would have been easy. Become one of those people. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Starting today. Take a long, honest look at your life. Not the version you show other people. Not the version you post online. The real one. The one you see when you're alone. Strip away every excuse. Strip away every explanation. Strip away every story you've been telling yourself about why things haven't worked out. What's left? Your habits. Because habits never lie. Your bank account reflects your financial habits. Your body reflects your physical habits. Your mindset reflects what you feed your mind every single day. Your relationships reflect how you treat people. And your future reflects what you repeatedly choose to do when nobody is watching. Your results are not random. They are earned, whether you like those results or not. Most people spend years complaining about outcomes they created through years of average effort. They blame the economy. They blame bad luck. They blame their past. They blame other people. But they never take an honest look in the mirror, because that's uncomfortable. And the truth is this. The person in the mirror has the biggest influence over your future. The moment you stop blaming everything around you is the moment your life starts changing. Responsibility is heavy, but give you power. Excuses feel lighter, but they leave you powerless. Choose which one you want to carry. You don't accidentally build an extraordinary life. No one wakes up one morning and suddenly becomes successful. No one stumbles into greatness. Greatness is built through ordinary days filled with extraordinary standards. It is built when nobody is clapping, when nobody is encouraging you, when nobody even knows you're working. Those quiet moments matter more than the loud ones. Because champions are not created on the day they win. They're created during the thousands of days nobody noticed them. Every single day you either raise your standards or lower them. There is no middle ground. Every time you hit the snooze button instead of getting up, you're lowering your standards. Every time you tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, you're lowering your standards. Every time you choose another hour of distraction instead of another hour of improvement, you're lowering your standards. Every time you quit because you're uncomfortable, you're teaching yourself that comfort is more important than your dreams. Then people ask why their lives stay the same. Because nothing changes until your standards change. You cannot keep repeating yesterday and expect a completely different tomorrow. That isn't optimism. That's self-deception. If you want a life that stands above average, your effort has to rise above average. When everyone else is slowing down, you keep moving. When everyone else is making excuses, you take ownership. When everyone else is searching for shortcuts, you master the fundamentals. When everyone else quits after one failure, you learn the lesson and keep going. That's the difference. Not talent, not luck, not perfect timing. Consistency, relentless consistency. There will be mornings when your alarm feels heavier than your dreams. Get up anyway. There will be days when your body is tired. Show up anyway. There will be moments when you doubt yourself. Take the next step anyway. There will be weeks when it feels like your effort isn't paying off. Keep working anyway, because success is not always visible while it's being built. A tree grows underground long before anyone sees it above the surface. Your progress is the same. Don't confuse invisible progress with no progress. Some of the most important work happens before anyone notices. Stop needing applause to stay committed. Stop needing motivation to stay disciplined. Stop needing perfect conditions before taking action. Your feelings are temporary. Your decisions create your future. Too many people make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. They quit because today felt difficult. They give up because this week was hard. They abandon their dreams because the results didn't come fast enough. Don't become one of them. Remember this every single day. Every difficult thing you avoid today becomes a heavier burden tomorrow. The workout you skip today becomes the body you complain about later. The business idea you never start becomes the opportunity someone else builds. The skill you refuse to learn today becomes the promotion you never get. The money you waste today becomes tomorrow's financial stress. The discipline you avoid today becomes the regret you carry for years. Life always collects its payment. You don't escape the price. You only choose when you'll pay it. You can pay with discipline now, or you can pay with regret later. Discipline hurts, but regret stays with you much longer. One builds your future, the other steals it. One makes you proud when you look back. The other fills your mind with questions that never leave. What if I had started? What if I had kept going? What if I had believed in myself? Don't let those questions become your future. You were not given this life to settle for average. You were not given your potential so that it could sit unused. You were not meant to spend your years watching other people live the life you wanted. You were meant to build your own. Raise your standards. Raise your effort. Raise your discipline. Because ordinary effort has always produced ordinary results. If you truly want an extraordinary life, then your commitment has to become extraordinary first. There is one question that can completely change your life. What are you willing to suffer for? Because every life comes with pain. There is no escape from it. The pain of discipline, or the pain of regret, the pain of waking up early, or the pain of watching someone else live the life you wanted, the pain of studying, or the pain of staying stuck, the pain of building, or the pain of wishing you had started years ago. You don't get to choose whether life will be difficult. You only get to choose which difficulty you're willing to face. Most people spend their lives running away from temporary discomfort. They avoid hard conversations. They avoid hard work. They avoid taking risks. They avoid responsibility. They avoid failure. But in trying to avoid pain today, they create a lifetime of pain tomorrow. Comfort has never built greatness. Comfort has never changed the world. Comfort has never created a champion. Everything extraordinary was built by someone who was willing to stay uncomfortable longer than everyone else. Think about the people you admire, the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the artists, the leaders. Do you think they reached the top because they worked only when they felt inspired? Absolutely not. They kept showing up when nobody cared. They practiced when nobody was watching. They failed when nobody applauded. They sacrificed things that other people refused to sacrifice. That is why they earned results that other people never will. Stop looking at successful people and only admiring the outcome. Respect the process they survived. Respect the years they spent struggling. Respect the mornings they wanted to quit. Respect the nights they kept working while everyone else was asleep. Because success is expensive, and most people are unwilling to pay the full price. The truth is that your future self is watching every decision you make today, every excuse, every workout you skip, every opportunity you ignore, every promise you break to yourself. You're either building trust with yourself or you're destroying it. Self-confidence doesn't magically appear. It is built one promise at a time. Every time you say you're going to do something and then actually do it, you become stronger. Every time you quit halfway through, you teach yourself that your own words cannot be trusted. That's dangerous, because if you can't trust yourself, who can? Become the kind of person who keeps their word, especially when nobody else knows about the promise. That is real integrity. That is real discipline. And that is where extraordinary lives begin. Don't chase motivation. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. Build standards that don't change. Build routines that don't depend on your emotions. Build habits that keep moving even when your feelings tell you to stop. Remember this: nobody is coming to save your dreams. Nobody will knock on your door and hand you success. Nobody will do the work that belongs to you. Your future is your responsibility. Own it. There will be setbacks. There will be failures. There will be moments where you question everything. Good. That means you're actually doing something difficult. Failure is not the opposite of success. Quitting is. As long as you keep getting back up, you are still moving forward. And every step forward separates you from the person you used to be. So stop measuring your progress against other people. Measure it against the person you were yesterday. Become stronger than yesterday. Become wiser than yesterday. Become more disciplined than yesterday. Win today's battle, then do it again tomorrow, and the day after that. One day, you'll look back and realize that the extraordinary life you once dreamed about wasn't created by one massive moment. It was created by thousands of ordinary days where you chose extraordinary effort instead of ordinary excuses. If you made it this far, then don't let these words become just another video you watched. Don't let this be another moment where you feel inspired for 10 minutes and then go right back to the same habits that have been holding you back for years. Because if that's what happens, nothing changes. And if nothing changes, your future stays exactly where it is today. You have listened long enough. You have planned long enough. You have waited long enough. Now it's time to move. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is making a decision that will completely change their future. Someone is waking up before sunrise. Someone is finishing one more chapter. Someone is taking one more sales call. Someone is practicing one more hour. Someone is learning one more skill. Someone is pushing through one more workout. Someone is doing the work that most people refuse to do. The question is simple. Why shouldn't that person be you? Stop waiting for confidence. Confidence is built after action, not before it. Stop waiting until you know everything. You will never know everything. The people who win are not the people with all the answers. They are the people willing to move despite not having them. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. Opportunities are created by people who are already moving. The world rewards action, not intentions. Not excuses, not potential, action. Your future will not be decided by what you dream about tonight. It will be decided by what you do when this video ends. Will you go back to your old routine? Or will today become the day you finally raise your standards? No one can make that choice for you. Your family can't. Your friends can't. Your teachers can't. Your boss can't. And I can't. Your future is sitting in your own hands. Every decision you make is either building the life you want or building the life you'll eventually complain about. Choose carefully. Years from now, you'll either thank yourself for staying disciplined or you'll wish you had started sooner. There is no third option. Remember this. An extraordinary life is not built by extraordinary luck. It is built by extraordinary consistency. It is built by showing up when you're tired, by working when you don't feel like it, by refusing to quit when quitting would be easier, by becoming the kind of person who does what needs to be done, whether anyone is watching or not. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary. Not overnight, but one disciplined day at a time. So when this video ends, don't close it and forget everything you've heard. Stand up, write down your goal, take the first step, then take another tomorrow, and another the day after that. Keep moving until the life you once dreamed about becomes the life you live. If this message gave you something to think about, and if it challenged you to expect more from yourself, I'd love for you to be part of this journey. Subscribe to the channel if you want more videos that push you to grow instead of settling for average. Leave a comment and share the goal you're committed to chasing. Or tell us about the challenge you're determined to overcome. Your story might be the reason someone else decides not to give up today. And if you know someone who's capable of more but has forgotten what they're capable of, share this video with them. It might be the reminder they need at exactly the right time. Thank you for spending these moments with me. Now stop watching. Go to work. Your future is waiting, and it will be built by what you do next.